Alright guys, yes, it is true. I got another Jeep. This is my third TJ. This is a 99. The other two I've had were 97s. This one actually has AC, which is crazy. First Jeep with AC. A bit of a backstory for this Jeep. This used to be my buddy's. He sold it to his brother, and then I was able to pick it up recently. That light bar you see back there, one of my first wiring jobs ever I did. It's like my first year out of high school. And yes, it still does work, so that's pretty dope. But yeah, I know this Jeep pretty extensively. I remember when my buddy bought it. It's been a good Jeep, and we got it, and we're gonna kind of restore it and do our works on it. This is gonna be our first mini build series. This Jeep probably won't be on the channel for super long, but what we have in store for this is gonna get a fresh coat of paint. It's gonna get fresh interior, and then we're gonna take it off-roading and probably ruin all of that. That's what we do with Jeeps. Let's go. But first, for today, we're gonna do what I did on my green Jeep, and I think I did on the red Jeep as well, which is restore all the trim, like the mirrors. This one has some steps down there as well, which we're gonna be restoring with some trim paint. So let's get it. So here are the Jeep parts we are going to be painting. You saw me pull those two. I ended up pulling a bunch of other parts. We've got the gas tank surround, license plate frame, hood latches, handle. I was going to paint the steps, but I took them off the Jeep, and it honestly looks way better with them off. Honestly, not a big fan of steps or runners or anything like that, so I might leave those off, but I'll show you on the Jeep. So we're gonna be painting these up. We're also gonna be painting the bumpers, front and rear bumpers. I tried to take the front one off, but some bolts are pretty much seized. Already had experience with those, so I'm just gonna paint it on the Jeep. So there's the front bumper. Steps off, looks a lot better. I'm also going to try, these need to be painted. If I haven't tried to take these off yet, but if they're easy, I'll just take them off. But again, doesn't really matter because we're gonna be respraying this. And then we've got the rear bumper as well. Let's paint those other parts off the Jeep and then get to masking the rest of this off. All right, so we got the front bumper all masked off. Again, we're spraying this now because, again, couldn't get the bolts off, well, at least the bottom ones, and I fought these bumpers a lot, and they get rusted, corroded, and very difficult to take off. So we're gonna just leave it on the car. Got everything that's important masked up, though. And the reason painting the bumpers now, one, because honestly overspray does not matter, and two, because going along with that, we will be painting this entire Jeep pretty soon. So we're gonna get these sprayed now rather than worry about new paint and spraying them later, especially since I'm gonna be leaving this on the Jeep. So let's get to painting. All right, so here we are about to step into the interior of the Jeep. As you can see, interior is a little bit of a mess and it honestly kind of stinks, but we're gonna fix that up right quick. We've got a fresh carb kit about to be dropped in this thing. We've got new seat covers for the front seats. The passenger seat, not too bad. Driver seat, disaster. It's a mess. We got to do some work on that, including new foam and a seat cover. And then just do our work our magic, and see if we can get this interior cleaned up. So let's get it. All right, so we got the interior all tore down on the Jeep, and it probably looks like a mess, but this is actually one of the cleaner interiors on a Jeep I've seen. The green one was a disaster. I never showed the red one that I had on this channel, but it was also a mess. This one, not too bad. We're gonna get it cleaned up a little bit, and then we're gonna toss a new carpet in, so let's go. Alright, so we've already done a fixing my Jeep's biggest problem video. This is basically the same as that entire video I made, but this is not even close to big enough for a single video. which is kind of funny to think how I used to do it back in the day. This is the Purge solenoid valve, and Jeep actually has a check engine light. It says it's for the Purge circuit or something like that, which is weird. My scanner, and then I've checked a second scanner, and both says this car does not have any codes, which is really weird, but the previous owner gave us the code, and we're gonna try swapping out that one for this new one, and hopefully it gets that check engine light taken care of. All right, got that bad boy in there. Hopefully that fixes our check engine problem. Purge system in a car, valve, solenoid, has to deal with the exhaust gas vapors, and so it is a possibility that it is just a gas cap that is causing the check engine light. So I went ahead and grabbed a brand new one of these just to be safe while I was ordering parts. So swap in that new one. And hopefully we are good to go there. All right, guys, that is going to do it for episode number 1 on this new series, which is the Jeep. If any of you are returning subscribers, you are probably here because of Jeeps on this channel in the past. This is actually the 3rd one I've owned. The red one never made it on the channel, but the green one was definitely a part of the channel in the early days. But we have this new white one. The rest of the stuff that we painted for today's video isn't going to make it into this video. It's not going to make it into a video until the full unveiling of the new paint job on the Jeep, so you guys can look forward to that. Exterior of the Jeep is starting to look pretty good. Interior is looking a lot better. That's going to do it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.